Hey traders, control the trade here, doing something new and different. I am going to try to look at earnings here after hours and see what we can do. And right now we're looking at Zillow Group. Let me close this. Looking at Zillow Group, they're going to report. I'm going to get a 10-minute chart on here soon, just kind of taking a look. Earnings are tough. I'm not recommending that anyone trade after hour earnings or pre-market earnings. A lot of volatility. However, I try to take just a chartist approach and find gaps and find places where the price might spike to. You can see a bunch of gaps here with Uber. It doesn't matter what the earnings are. It doesn't matter. All that matters is how the market receives it, how the market digests those earnings, and what happens after that. You usually see spikes in both directions until it settles on a price, or bull or bear case at that point. So let's bring up the 10-minute chart. Maybe we'll see a spike here soon. There's not much you can do with Uber on the upside. The downside, maybe we could put an order in, try to find support somewhere down low. But I think let's look at the other charts here. ZG had some interesting areas too. And what else is reporting here? Zynga is a good one. Looks like Zynga has already reported, at least per this crazy candle here. 1171 is the high. Let me check the news here. 11, I know off the top of my head, 11 is support. Well, actually there on my chart you can see. So if we go down, let's see if it spikes 11. Let's move this over a little. Looking at a 10-minute chart of Zynga. It doesn't look like it reported yet. It was just a little spike there. It's already up after hours for no reason. Okay, Uber, same thing. It's moving, but nothing's happened yet. iRobot, that's a big one. Almost forgot about that one. We're already moving on that one. iRobot has a very high short float, so that's one of the reasons it's up this high in the first place. And it tends to move pretty dramatically during earnings, no matter what the earnings call is about. Doesn't really matter. So it's already up. It's all over the place. 130s. I need to do like a shorter term chart so you can really see it moving around, if I have one. Usually don't do a 1-minute chart, but it gives a good visual here. Okay, so says they beat estimates. Can't really do much with this one. Let me look at a longer term chart here on another screen and find out where resistance is going to be if it pops up again. So 144 was the first spike. I would expect it to run up to 150. Let's see what happens from there. But there's not much volume on this right now, so let's go on to Uber, which we would expect a lot of volume and a lot of movement. Nothing yet. Let's go back to the 10-minute chart. Alright, so far not a lot of activity going on here. I was hoping this video would have a little more action, but just have to be patient. Also have MGM, Sono. Sono's reporting. Let's look at the Sono. Nothing there. Yeah, like I said, it's tough trading earnings. A lot of people will try to gamble. Don't do that. You definitely don't want to hold into earnings if you're just trying to flip. You're just flipping a coin basically. If you know that you're flipping a coin, then okay. But it's just not worth it. I've seen too many times when a stock can just plummet out of nowhere for no reason at all. Even when they report good earnings. I mean, look at Apple. That's a great example. Let's go back to Uber, see what's going on. I should bring up more charts at the same time, but right now my view's set up just for the one chart. Looks like Uber is in the process of reporting, so we should see some activity here, you would think. There's a little bit of movement here. Let me find some places where it might spike down to. Got the 20 period moving average right here and a gap. So let's see, we closed here at 52.76. We opened at 55.11. Doesn't feel like it's going to be going down that low. 55.81, so maybe 56 if it spikes down would be a good area. And there's a gap here, 59.61. What's our low so far? 61.75. Okay, we almost hit that 150 we were talking about earlier on iRobot. There goes Uber. Let's look at the charts on another screen here real quick. So Uber lost money, but they beat their loss. Right now it's not really doing anything. Going down a bit. Let's go back to ZNGA. Wow, ZNGA is right in between that $11 mark. If you look on the chart here. There's our line in the sand, 11. And right now it is at 11. Can't really do much with that. Not yet. Uber's going to find our support soon. Let's take a look at that, and then we'll take a look at iRobot again. Oh, look at that, right towards the 200 period moving average on the 10-minute chart. Looks like it's going to spike through that. Yep. iRobot just flew up. Yep, there it goes, spike through. It's finding a little support. 60.54 is the low. That's a nice move right there. Just can't find any good entry spots here on any of these right now. I'm probably feel like I'm missing out a little bit, but it's better to take no trade at all. Altice could be interesting. Nothing going on with that yet. Uber's looking kind of weak still. iRobot's looking strong. We said 150, it went to 150, 187. You just can't mess with this thing. It's way too volatile. Until it sets into a pattern. I've got to wait at least another couple minutes to see where it's going. Oops. One thing I've seen iRobot do before is I've seen it make incredible runs high up and then crash down. Like I said earlier, there's a huge short interest on iRobot, so you're going to get these really volatile moves. Right now it's bullish as can be though. Now if we start, it's a different story. If we start creeping down here, totally different story. There's just nothing you can do with this. Sorry, this video is kind of boring. There we go though. Maybe Uber will spice it up a little bit. Uber's going lower. Let me see if I can find a good zone to buy this in, because Uber likes to find support and spike. There will be buyers. And look, it stopped at the 200 again on the 10-minute chart. But it's still going down. I think it's pretty, yep, it's going down. Alright, I'm going to go and look at a daily chart on my other screen. 59.61 is a good area, but it could be a decent area to take a shot. But we're going to wait. $59.61. Let's see if it gets there. I should put a line right there so we can see it. Let's do that. It's a good time to do a drawing here. I'm telling you, usually these move a lot faster. Let's see what that looks like on a daily chart. There's the gap. Probably want to put a line down here, but let's just see if it even gets there first. Wow, look at Zillow. I actually had just a kind of a tester here, just based on charting, because there's nothing you can do with it. I put in this short sell on it up here. See how my charting was. Really, it's just a tiny order. I just wanted to see if I was right. I know it sounds ridiculous, but let's see where my price is. Whoop, did not mean to do that. Probably just gonna miss it. 186.30. We're almost there. I put that in when it was whatever the close price was, like 171. It's not much risk, but the cool thing about putting some reach price up like that is if I am right about my charting on it, and it does hit, should have a pretty nice reaction down, and then maybe I can do a follow through and add to the position. Did I just get filled? Nope, 186.09. It's close. Oh, it's definitely filled now. It's got to be. 186.84 on my chart. Let's see. I think the real number I had was 188. I think I just put it a little bit under that. Let's see. There it goes. Look at that. 186.70. Let's see what happens. So it was boring. Let's see if it gets interesting now. 10 cents. Come on. What was my order? Filled 186.30. Wish I sold more than 10 shares short, but hey, it could still go up. Even if it's just on that one play, and that first time it ever hit that number and got rejected, that means it was a good number to chart. Doesn't mean it's going to last. It could easily get back over to 187, 188, 190, because it doesn't look like it's going anywhere right now. So not bad though. Like I said, minimal risk there. in my mind, and a lot more reward, and more of just kind of a tester for this video, and ended up working out for now. But again, we haven't really cratered down yet, so could end up being wrong, but that's okay. We learn from our mistakes here. And I had a similar thing I did with Peloton where I pulled the top off so far. Hasn't gotten there, hasn't done it yet, but right now it looks like 171 was the top in Peloton. So I'll just get out of this if it starts to close above 187 on 10-minute closes, and then I'll just dump it. Let's see where Uber is. Oh, making a little comeback, I guess you could say. Yeah, these are just really slow right now. Not much you can do. Better not to do what I'm doing here, but it's too much fun sometimes. As long as you're not risking a lot. And you know what you're doing. I'm sure a lot of people, most people play, I think, options into earnings. Not something that I want to mess with right now, at least. But right now, let's see if Zillow can keep retreating. That'd be pretty cool. And then I'm just gonna let it go. It's going down. Look at that. See, now if I did 100 shares or something, that would have been a lot nicer. 500 shares. But who's gonna do that? You don't just do that. It just goes to show that charting can work. Well, not what am I saying? Charting always works, but on a number that's never been reached before, that's more of an intuition, more of a physics/math, esoteric stuff, to be honest. Probably boring to hear about, but that's how I came up with that number. Again, the number still might not even be the top, but that would be cool if it is. This thing is moving so slow right now, which is actually a good case for it going down. You start to get profit taking, you get shorts jumping back on. I think there's a pretty decent short float on this, at least there used to be. I mean, this thing has had the most absurd run. Well, everything has, but look at this thing, ready? Check this run out this thing's had. Was it $18? Come on, really? That's crazy. Alright, let's see, I didn't realize it was that low. 184. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap this video up. Just wanted to do a quick peek into after hours earnings. See if we could have some fun here. Wow, look at that one. Missed that one. That's okay. Let's go back to Uber. We're waiting for Uber. Uber, I don't know what that candle is. It's a ghost candle. There it goes. Zillow's going down a little more. Did I miss any? Let's see if there's any others that I need to look at. ZNGA, and then I think we'll wrap it up. ZNGA still hanging around the $11 range. Nothing you can do with that one. Hey, if you bought down here, congrats. Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed this, and please like and subscribe and all that fun stuff, and follow me on Twitter if you don't already. Thanks a lot for watching, and remember, don't let the trade control you.